Hey, good Friday morning, everybody. Welcome into the weekend. I'm Chris Allen here on this September the 6th, here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Well, I wish I could say we're going to get some rain. The only really good news today is there will be rain. It's just going to be very light. The other piece of good news is that this weekend it's going to feel very fall-like with temperatures. We're talking in the daytime, mid 70s, lows in the mid 40s. That, I mean, is just incredible. Oh, thank you. I had nothing to do with that, but thanks for the applause. I appreciate that. But it's only going to last for a couple of days, and then we're going to go right back into the warm 80s next week. But this weekend, it's going to be so good. We're getting into a situation where it is starting to get a little more critical that we get some rain in here, because as you'll soon see, the drought situation has stepped up a notch or two. And so we're going to take a look at that in just a moment. Here is a look. Oh, wait a minute. I skipped the Plano cam. Let me start with that first. There she is. The Plano cam looking from my home base here just outside of the city limits of Bowling Green, Kentucky. And we see the clear sky and the sunshine this morning. It is going to be another fabulous looking day, maybe a degree or two warmer than yesterday when we hit 92. It's now been running a little warmer than what I thought it would. 92 yesterday. I think I predicted 90. So yeah. So 92 was the official high. 86 is the normal high temperature. So we were 6 degrees above average yesterday with that. Now here's a look at the radar, trying to find something, because we do have a cold front coming in that will bring us a chance of showers. But right now there's nothing out there. You can see where the cold front up there, almost Detroit, south of Detroit, moving through parts of northwestern Ohio, north and central Indiana, a little bit of Illinois, all the way down to Missouri. That's the cold front coming in this afternoon, and it's a fast moving front. So the problem is, because of high pressure that's been sitting here for days and days and days, the atmosphere near the ground, or the air mass near the ground, is dry, as you know. So when this front moves in, there's not really any moisture to pick up on. So we're just not going to see that much in the way of rain. Fast moving front, not that much moisture. So once it comes through, it's going to be like a few showers, maybe a couple of thunderstorms, and then it's over. This thing will be out of here by this evening. And then that's it. I see no rain in the forecast all next week. All of it looks dry. And so the drought situation that we're in is only going to get worse. So let's take a look at that. Here's a look at the Kentucky Drought Monitor, and you'll be able to see for yourself how things are, shaping up here. We in Warren County and surrounding counties, as you can see, have got the D0, but abnormally dry category. But there are parts of the state, especially Western Kentucky, which have gone into the D1 moderate drought situation. And This is only going to get worse as we go into next week. Next week will be very, very dry. As you can see, there's Warren County. So here's the problem. These numbers have gone up, especially in the abnormally dry, moderately dry categories. They have gone up big time. And, you can look at this. This is kind of a scale from 2000 through, going on, to right now. And, you can see that there have been some worse years, like 2007. Remember that? That was when we were in an excessive drought situation. So at least we're not there, but it's bad enough that we are having to deal with this. And I know some of you are getting into, clearing out your corn crop. Now you're just harvesting grain instead of corn for feed and things like that. You're rolling hay in some cases, trying to clear your fields and all that. And you have to be very careful that you don't start a fire. We've got burn bans all over the place, and that includes Warren County. Until we get some badly needed rain in here, it's going to stay that way. I can tell you that it's going to continue through much of next week. There's really no relief in sight for any of this. What we get today, as far as rain, is just not going to be enough. Maybe 1/10 of an inch, maybe 1/4 inch in a few places, but otherwise, slim pickings. Here's a look at temperatures in the Kentucky Mesonet network, mostly in the low to mid 60s, but it is already 70 in Scottsville this morning in Allen County. And yes, the dew points have climbed into the mid 60s. There's still a lot of low 60s around. So it's not as humid as it could be. We could be looking at the dew points being in the upper 60s to low 70s, but we're not. And this is keeping us from being too warm or too hot and humid. It's hot, but it's not humid. It's just barely humid. Winds light and variable again this morning. And as in past several days, there's nothing to mix up or stir up the winds or to really steer any, like down across the Gulf of Mexico, they're getting all kinds of rain. In fact, they're getting too much rain and we can't get any of it because high pressure has just kind of blocked it all out. So, unfortunately, that means we're going to continue to deal with this lack of rain. Let's take a look at the model blender, and we're going to look at temperatures as we go to 90 to 92 this afternoon before the cold front passes through. But I'm telling you, once that front comes through, you'll note it because the temperatures will start going down this evening, and whatever shower or thunderstorm we pick up, it's all going to taper off this evening because that's a fast moving front and it's going to be out of here by this evening. And look, we drop into the 50s for overnight lows tonight as skies clear. That's going to feel nice. But tomorrow and Sunday are going to be the two nicest days out of the next 10. So you're looking at 73 to 75 tomorrow and Sunday with lows. Check them out. Look at those upper 40s. I'm even going mid 40s for some low temperatures tomorrow night and Saturday night. It hasn't been that chilly since spring. So you might have to turn on a little heat, but only for a little bit because as you can see, the heat returns. We're going to go back into the 80s all next week into next weekend. And notice, remember, I've been showing you this and it was showing 90s. Notice how the models, that bias, that warm bias has backed off and has corrected itself. I don't see any 90s. It gets close, but no low 90s in there. It's just going to be in the 80s. That's more practical and probably more correct than anything else. So, yeah. So that's a good call. I don't think we're going to see too much in the way of 90s to come, except for today, probably. Here comes our frontal boundary. You can see it on the map here. Stalling out just a little, but the problem is all this high pressure, and a strong high pressure, is eating away at any moisture that's there. And the other problem is, like I was telling you, look down south. This is where all the rain is. Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, along that boundary. But the thing is, as long as this high pressure is here to our east, it erodes any kind of moisture trying to work in here. So we get very little, if any, of it. So here's later this afternoon, cold front approaches. We'll see an increase in clouds and showers will start to pop up to the west of Bowling Green. And then this evening, the front will be directly over us with a few spotty showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two. But like I said, it's going to be slim pickings. It's out of here by midnight, but the refreshing air will start to take over after midnight and into tomorrow morning. There's your beautiful start to your Saturday, much cooler, less humid. It's going to be breezy, by the way. Look at those isobars tightly packed right there. So we're going to get a brisk kind of a northeast wind for tomorrow at 10 to 20 miles per hour, along with the cooler air. Telling you, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous tomorrow. Here is tomorrow evening. As we go into Sunday, high pressure, another strong high pressure. Look, 1024 millibars strong. That means no rain, but it's going to be beautiful again on Sunday. Here we go into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Is there hope? Thursday morning, a little shortwave, little blip, a little ripple in the atmosphere. And maybe we can get some of this rain that's southwest of that disturbance to just kind of come up into Bowling Green in southern Kentucky by next Friday, a week from today. That's the only problem is we got to wait a whole week without rain. That's not good. So take whatever measures you need to take to keep things a little wet around the area. I know some of you are trying to get some things done, some field work done to prepare for the fall and the winter, and you've got good weather for it. The only problem is it's just so brittle and dusty and musty and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, there's that. All right, thanks for watching this morning, everyone. Have a great weekend. I'm on the radio right now at Sam 100.7 if you'd like to tune in and listen to the classic hits of 60s all the way to the early 2000s. And then, of course, tonight I'll be on News 40 at 5, 6, and 10 with your weather. God bless.